Yeah, hi guys, it's Tress here. Hey, look, firstly, my apologies for not releasing any videos. Just recently I have been busy both testing the 3.0 League and dying lots because I've been trying to find some balanced builds that we could start with. And also, I've actually taken a break from PoE just in the last, I suppose the last 3 weeks, and I've been playing a lot of PUBG just to sort of give myself a break, ready for the 3.0 League, getting into that. So I had a request to detail one of the builds that I did, which was the Sunder build, and I'll probably detail another build, which is the Lacerate build, description below, which I think are some quite good, a couple of good league starters. They're nice and solid. The Sunder build that I'm doing here is hardcore viable. The Lacerate build is not. So, Sunder build. Disclaimer to start with, this character that you're seeing in front of you is actually in the Standard League. I lost my original character during the first beta wipe. So I've cobbled this guy together from a character that I had sitting around the place. Okay, first off, playstyle on Sunder, really nice and simple. You simply go into a map like so. You find a bunch of monsters, throw up your Ancestral War Teeth, leap into them, make sure you've got a bunch of them together, like so, and lay down your Sunder. So, if you don't know how Sunder works, okay, Sunder, you do this, you hit the ground, and like a little ground slam effect comes out, like so, and for every monster you hit, it does like a little explosion. So you want to group your monsters together, like that. Okay, so make sure that your monsters are all together, because the bigger the group of monsters like this, see that? The bigger the bleed explosion is going to be. And that's how you really scale your damage. So you essentially, you just go into the middle of them, make sure you stack the monsters up, and basically hit them. That's the playstyle, almost in its entirety. It is a very fast playstyle, just because of the type of character that it is. You know, if you get in trouble, you just do that. Whack up your Ancestral Teeth, so the Soul Eater, so it's a bit more of a pain in the ass to deal with. You whack up your Ancestral War Teeth like so, and away you go. This is the Strand, tier 6. This character's 86, level 86, so you would expect this guy to clear this fairly quickly. However, like I said, he's not fabulously geared currently. So that's the playstyle, basically in its entirety, and that is how you will clear most of. You do have to be a bit careful once you start getting up into the higher tier maps. You have to be a bit more evasive. At the moment, I can afford just to jump in the middle of these packs. You might have to adjust that playstyle slightly as you get up into the higher tier maps. As you can see there, I got stunned. So how do we gear this, I hear you asking? Very, very simply. Ignore the fact that I've got 2 Deatus Infernal Actors there. Okay, they were sitting in my stash when I got this guy, hence I chucked them on because they're reasonably good actors, right? Ignore that. Okay, the simple fact of the matter is you can gear this guy with anything. Okay, you just need life and resists on pretty much all of your gear. You can use 2-handed weapons, you can use 1-handed weapons, you can use maces, you can even use staves, okay? It doesn't matter what you're using, it is good. The character is very versatile with the tree, so if you go through and you find a Val Cyclone, for example, you can turn the whole build into a Cyclone build without very much trouble at all. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at the skill tree. So this is the skill tree as it stands at the moment. We take the duelist and we become a gladiator. Okay. The reason that we become a gladiator is for these nodes here. All right. You have a 25% chance to cause bleeding, and you do 30% more damage to bleeding enemies. And your bleeding enemies that you kill explode, dealing 10% of their maximum life as physical damage to the people around them. So when they explode, they go pop, they damage the guys around them. You want to get this at about level 30. So you want to ascend as early as possible, level 30 around there, and you pop that one. That greatly increases both your damage and your clear speed. You then come down, you get this one, you have an extra 25% chance of causing bleed damage, and do an extra 30% damage on guys that are bleeding, so you've damaged their scales. You can get this if you like, stacks and frenzy charges. I went up and I grabbed the block here and the block there, plus some increased fizz damage if you block an attack. It helps a little bit. Other than that, the tree is very simple. You start with the attack speed. As I said, with this build, you are stacking a hell of a lot of attack speed. So you start with this, you come down, grab these, grab your dual welds if you're going to go dual welding. If you're not going to go dual welding, grab the two-hander here. If you're not going to do that and want to shield charge around the place, then grab the shield charge nodes here. Very, very, very flexible. Come up, grab your life here. There's a bit of quality of life. If you are going to dual weld, grab this node here. If you're not, don't worry about it. Come up, grab your attack speed, life, attack speed, grab just some mana regen there. It helps just as you go through. If you're going to dual weld, then pop over here because you get a bunch of stuff here. Up, through here, grab the life, grab all this stuff. If you're going to go two-handers, go around the top. If you're going to go one-handed, go around the bottom. Bit of life, and up into RT. By that stage, you're about level 50, thereabouts. And you will notice that you're starting to miss attacks. So we grab RT so that our hits can't be evaded. We go up, we fill out this life wheel here. If you find a decent weapon to go with, then start filling out your mace, your axe, or your sword nodes as you like. I went axes fairly early because I wanted to go axes. I made sure I was going to go axes, and then you come down here, and it's exactly the same thing. So if you're going to go two-handers, grab this. If you're going to do shields, grab that. And if you're going to do one-handers, then grab that. It's really, very simple. If you do want to turn it into a cyclone build, it is very simple to turn it into a cyclone build. You don't actually need to change the tree a lot to do it. You might want to go up and grab the area of effect up here. That's about it. Okay, very, very simple. You can do it on really budget gear. I mean, the character that I did in 3.0, simply I did on very, very budget gear. It was all self-found, and it is a good option. So I highly recommend you do it. Look, thanks guys, thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and catch me around on Twitch. Peace out.